Hit record and we are good to go. So go ahead and give me some big waves out there. Good evening, good evening, good evening. That's my favorite part. I tell you, that's the thing that I love the most about our calls. I love everybody's enthusiasm and smiles, and all that funness makes the whole thing more fun for me. So thank you guys for participating. Thanks for jumping on tonight. I am incredibly thrilled for our guest tonight. We've got lots of ladies that are doing big things, and I cannot wait to hear from everybody. But before we jump into that, I am going to do a quick screen share and I'll let you guys in. Give me a second. All right, so welcome to our Sunday success session. And what we're doing every single week is we're reaching out to different people in the field that are getting things done. So you guys might have seen a little bit of a transition with this call, and that was intentional. So we're just looking to get tips from people that are doing what we all want to be doing with our business. So hopefully we're going to continue that as things move forward, and I just cannot wait to share it with you. So before we get into the meat of the call, I'm going to give you some announcements, and I'm looking to see, I might not have one of my guests that's supposed to be coming on, but we will see. So, but before we get into the main part, I want to talk to you guys about some of the things we've got going on. And if you already have your ticket for Destin, I am so happy for you. So I cannot wait. It's going to be amazing. What these leaders have put together for us is really phenomenal. I don't know if you guys heard, but we actually have like all of corporate joining us. So we have Cameron Bott, we have Mark Wilson, we have Fred Cooper, we have Deanna Latson. And then if you're part of the Limu family, this is a name that's going to feel really familiar, but we have John Racer joining us. So if you have a ticket already, you're going to be stoked. You're going to get so much value out of this. It's going to be great. And if you do not have your ticket, please stop giving me chest pains. Please go get registered, because we are under 15% left. Okay, under 15%. And the last event, when we sold out, I had so many people mad at me. And if you guys don't know me, I am a people pleaser. I don't want you to be mad at me. I want you to be happy with me. So when you call me the day of or whatever and say, it won't let me register, I'm going to have to say, I'm out of seats. So please, if you're thinking you might want to go, or if you're one of those people that are like, oh yeah, I'm definitely going to be there, but you haven't got your ticket yet, please get it so I can stop sweating. So get your ticket. I want everybody to be there and everybody to be happy, but we do have less than 15% left. So please, please, please get that ticket. So some details. On Thursday, the 17th, we have a leadership mastermind. What I love the most about this event is it is for everyone. So before, we've done them where you had to hit a certain rank. And if you're brand new, you might not have had the chance to get there yet. Now it's just an enrollment requirement. So if you enroll 2 brand partners, you get 2 people to join you with 200 PV and above, and they have a subscribe and save, then you get to come to our mastermind. It's going to start at 9 in the morning. It's going to run until about 4 o'clock. And then we're going to jump in the car, or I don't know, it's about 15 minutes away. I'm not sure how we're going to get there. We'll figure it out. And we are going to go on a dolphin cruise, sunset cruise, just for our group. It's going to be so much fun. I actually did one of these with my kids in February, and it was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Saw tons of dolphins. You guys know I love critters. So it was a really great time. And the best part about it is we're going to have some of corporate there. So we're going to be able to mingle and be with them and all of that good stuff. And it's going to be just really, really great. So don't miss that. And then another fun part about that is that if you've enrolled more than 2, so if you've enrolled 4 people with the same qualifications, guess what? You get to bring somebody with you on the cruise. Now, there is the caveat that we only have room for 100 people on the cruise. So try to get that done as soon as possible. Text me as soon as possible so I can make sure that your spot is reserved. And if you've, excuse me, if you've already done it and you text me and you didn't get a response, that means it's lost in my text messages. If you sent me a message on Facebook Messenger, I'm about 99% sure I didn't see it. So please text me. The number is up here on the screen. I'm pointing, but that doesn't do anything for you because this is a Mac and it's not a touch screen. Over here. So if you guys could please text me your name and the number of people that you've enrolled, uplines verifying all that. I don't have to worry about it. You just send it to me. I'll put you on the spreadsheet and we'll save you a spot. So cannot wait for that. So that'll be fantastic. And then some of the fun things that we have planned around the event is we have a fun run. So we're going to meet at 8 a.m. on Friday morning and take some photo shoots. So we're going to have great pictures. It'll be fun for your social media, for your transformation throwdown. You can, take some really beautiful shots. Dr. Crystal setting up some signage and good things like that. And then at 9, that's when the work comes in. So 9 o'clock, we're going to go for a 1 mile walk or a 1 mile run. So if you're running, you're going to be with Coach Palmer. If you're walking, you're going to be with me. Either way, we're going to have a great time. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then that night, Saturday night, we have our whiteout event. This is going to be a beautiful party that I am just so delighted to have everybody see. They definitely going to lay out the red carpet. Going to be absolutely beautiful. So get that white outfit, be ready to join us. It'll be beautiful and a ton of fun. So those are our, upcoming event. And then we have a really, really lucrative promotion that is starting. Well, I believe it actually started yesterday. So I invited Coach Palmer on tonight to just share some of the details on this. So Coach, if you wouldn't mind just giving us the goods on this one.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thanks for having me, Andrea. And I'm so excited about Destin. I mean, I'm seeing so many people that are registering, reaching out, getting excited. And all I can say before I talk about this fast cash promotion is the energy around this event. Andrea, the executives that are coming, I mean, normally they'll send one, but what they know they're getting ready to do and launch and share with everyone, they all want to be there. And so I just implore you to take the time. Would it be money well spent for your future? Absolutely. That's what it's all about. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about the people that are coming. And the fast cash promotion, what I love about this is this should give you a vision into the future of our company, because this fast cash promotion is the start of something that you will see this company do more and more and more of. So if you can get good at this promotion right now, I look at this promotion as like, let's work to get really good within your own teams at promoting the promotion. Like, you're going to hear me talk and train and coach on this a lot, Andrea, on how to effectively promote a promotion. So I want to ask you something. How many of you have watched over the last several months at the Destiny event? Maybe put it in the comments. Like, have you seen the Destiny event get promoted on calls, on flyers, on speakers coming to the event, on what's going on? Maybe put a yes in the comments. Like, yes, constantly. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, yes, yes. That's called promoting a promotion. Andrea Rosser is one of the greatest at this. And what I would highly recommend you on this fast cash promotion, I'm going to explain it, but use it as a opportunity to get really good at promoting a promotion within your team. So what does that mean? Well, the first thing you got to do is get everybody on your team on a Zoom or on a call or on something where you can see the players that want to play. Whether you've got one person on your team or 10,000 people on your team, it's your team, right? And if you're going, well, I don't have a team yet, that's okay. We all started without a team. right? I remember when I was the very first one. So this first fast cash promotion started yesterday and it goes for the next 2 weeks. And it's really, really super cool in the fact that during the course of the pay week, okay, so follow me right here, take a picture of this, okay, take a picture of this and look at the promotion details. But I want you to think about this. If you're brand new and you just come and activate an account, you're, in your own subscribe and save, you're qualified to earn 15%. Now, remember, we go from 15% to 30% on commissions if we enroll a customer. So whatever your rank is, are you business level? Are you elite level? Are you ultimate level? If you're ultimate, it's 30%. So I'm going to use the 30% scenario. Let's say that you go out this week from Saturday to Friday, which is our pay period, and you enroll some customers in your business that equal and equate to 200 PV. Remember, it's cumulative. So you might have 5 customers, right? Or you might have 4 customers that generate, 50 in product volume as a customer, 4 of them this week. Here's what's going to happen at the end of this promotion. You're going to be rewarded $100 above your normal commissions. So what's your normal commissions? If you're ultimate, 30% of 200 PV, right? So $60. So you have the ability to make $160 off bringing in 200 PV of customer orders. Okay, and Andrew, I want you to kind of clean me up, if you will, if it's confusing, but you can only win one time for the week, and then the next week starts, right? So next Saturday through the following Friday, we're going to do this for 2 weeks. But you could actually win twice. You could win this week in its pay period. You could win next week in its pay period. And it's a great promotion. But the biggest thing, and I said this yesterday on our call, is one of the things I learned from my mentor was when a promotion is ran by the company, go win it. Go get some of the promotion because they see who's working. They see who's enrolling. They see who wants to come play, okay? But not only that, what about your team? So if we get everybody on our team wrapped around and understanding the dynamics of this promotion, so lay it out. Maybe it's somebody, Andrea, that is sitting there as a business level member. And at business level, you earn 20%. So it's sitting down with them and go, okay, if we do this week, if we enroll, and we can cumulative, but if we enroll 200 PV, we get you $100 this week above commissions. And right now your commissions is 20%. So 20% of 200, right, is $40. So you're going to make $140 off 200 PV of customers. Let's go get it. Who do we know that could drink Limu 5X? Who do we know that? And then we start to create a plan. Okay. We start to create a plan. And so that's how you work with your team. But this is a huge promotion, but we got to get the word out. We got to let people know. So here's what I'd tell you tonight before you go to bed. One is make a decision that you will use this week to win the promotion yourself. How many of you are planning on winning this promotion? I might not be all of your mentor. I'm not be a mentor for you, but here's what I would say. When a promotion is given, go win it. Okay? When it's given, go win it. That's how we know you're wanting to play. And then the second thing is get your team involved in this promotion. So I would get off tonight on this call and go, okay, I need to set up a call tomorrow with my team. And if you go, well, I only got a few, then call them individually. Set a plan in motion. Because what's that going to do to your business? If you had 10 people on your pay line that did 200 PV this week, what is that? That's 2,000 PV. 2,000 PV in your pay line and base commissions is what? 15%. Right? So now you're starting to think like an entrepreneur. You're starting to think like a business person that goes, wow, the more people I help understand this, more people that I get moving in this, it also helps you. And so that's the power of this promotion. And you're going to see this ran over and over and over. Not necessarily this promotion, but we're going to have a lot of things moving into the future that's going to be wrapped around the movers and the shakers and the hustlers, right? So, Andrea, thanks for letting me take a little bit and share that. Guys, I'm excited to see everybody take full advantage of this promotion.
Love it. Thank you so much, Coach. Thanks for explaining it to us. And I know there were some questions in the chat and little bit, just this is what I'm thinking about. My goal is to get to 200 extra PV in customer volume each week. So I've got 2 weeks to do it, this week and next week. Add 200 PV, and it doesn't really matter what combo. You get one customer with 200 PV, or you get 5 with 40, whatever it may be. Just add that volume and cash 2 extra $100 checks, one each week. So it's pretty basic, pretty exciting. Cannot wait. So thank you so much for that, Coach. And just to share just a couple of calls that we've got this week, and we are working on a call flyer. I promise we're going to get one up to you ASAP. You haven't quite got there yet, but on Monday, we've got New Age Live, 7 p.m. with John Wadsworth. So that's going to be really, really powerful. On Wednesday, we've got Christine McKay with special guests, all kinds of people from the Wellness Council to the Doctors Advisory Board that she's going to be doing. So Wednesday, 2 p.m. Central Time, 1 p.m. Mountain. So be prepared, put that on your calendar. Thursday, we've got a Facebook Live, and Julie Sweet's going to be talking about some recipes and food that we can eat on the Slenderize meal plan. So make sure that you jump on and join that. And then on Thursday, we have our comp plan training. So this week we have Kevin Koda, and he's going to be talking about the different levels, kind of what Coach was just talking about. If you're a business level, if you're, I don't even know, ultimate, whatever it may be, I need to be on this because I need to learn them all. But how that affects your pay, and then auto balance, how that affects your pay. So that is at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. So make sure that you put that in your calendar. And one thing to note on this, that it's not a Zoom, it's a Facebook Live, and it's in this special group. So go ahead and take a picture of this if you can, so that you can hunt for that group. I couldn't find it the first week. I was a little grumpy about it. So don't make the mistake that I did. It's New Age North America Leadership Group on Facebook. So go join that group, and you'll be, you can star it so that you're notified, but go ahead and set the your calendar, your alarm, just in case. And then we still have detox, but only for 2 days. Okay, so Restorix is still on sale or still in loyalty, but only today and tomorrow. So if you haven't ordered yours, I would hurry up and go get it. It's a great deal, big discount. And I love this stuff. I really, really do. I do it a weird way. So I learned this from Ginger. I don't mix it in water. So I take a sip of water. I take that little scoop. She says to do it in 3 scoops, but I'm impatient. So I take the scoop, I put the whole thing on my tongue, take another sip of water. Faith, your face. That just made my day. I kind of make that face too, but it's not that bad, right? I find it so much easier than trying to mix it in water. I don't like that it doesn't dissolve real well. It just kind of, anyway. So I just put it on my tongue. I think it actually kind of tastes pretty good. And then it's done. It takes me half a second and I'm good for the night. So highly recommend that. Love it so much. So, oh, no, this is wrong. That's okay. We can still register for the Transformation Throwdown. So if you're getting people, the customers that you're getting started with that promotion, you can encourage them to get started with this. They can still win. If you haven't registered yet, you can still win. So go ahead and get registered. And now I'm actually going to bring on a very special lady to bring on another very special lady. So Ashley Paulsen, who I adore. If you guys have ever talked to me, you know I adore Ashley Paulsen. And one of the best things about her is she is such a helper. Like if you need help, and a lot of times I need help, She is a person that raises her hand and says, I'll do it, I'll do it. And she's super busy and she still gets it done. So Ashley, if you wouldn't mind unmuting.
I'm here.
Oh, good, good. I can't see anything. If you wouldn't mind introducing our first guest tonight.
Absolutely. First off, I'm still laughing from because I was also looking at her face when you were explaining the Restorics. I was trying to like contain myself before we started, but super, super excited for tonight's call and super excited for all of you to be on here. I have the honor tonight of introducing Miss Faith Ford. She and her, I have been friends with this woman for probably about 5 years. We've been in business with each other. And what I love about this business is the people and the relationships that come into your life because of this business, right? A lot of people on this call, I would not even know if it wasn't for this company. And so every single day, just be super thankful and super blessed. But she is definitely one of these people. She's spunky, she's fun. She does have a quirky personality that everyone loves. She's just the life of the party. And I just love her and adore her. But what I love about her, and Coach Palmer was talking about it, was the cash promo that's going on right now that started yesterday. Faith Ford is a foundation block of promotions. She's successful because she does promotions. She's Mastermind qualified already for the Destin event. I know she's going to rock that 200 every week in volume for customers so she can maximize that. But she is so, so faithful. And that's what she does, is she competes with herself, but she helps with these promos. And so super thankful and honored to have Miss Faith on tonight and for you guys to hear her story. So Miss Faith, are you on?
Oh, here I am.
There she is.
Awesome.
Share your story with us tonight.
Okay. It's kind of scary to do this, but I'm going to start out with the story that kind of goes into my why at the end. So bear with me. Okay. So there was a long period of time in my life where I was known as a passionate independent. So if you've ever been called passionate, that can swing two ways, right? You're passionate because you're very passionate, or you're passionate because you're passionate. Know what I mean? So I was an R&D culinary chef for one of the largest manufacturers in the world, a food manufacturer. I was responsible for creating products based on the client's needs and bringing the product from the thought process mapping, to benchtop, and then through production, and then on the retail shelves. So my job was to walk it through the process after we came up with the idea. So when I would go on production floor or show up in the process meetings, when I would walk into the room, people would either cheer or they'd cringe because they knew that it was going to hit the fan right then and there, because we were going to get the job done. I could see Anna laughing because she and I worked together. So sometimes my passion would get in the way and cause strong emotions to erupt. But the job always got done, and it was on time, and the product was as promised to the customer. Along the way, I did this job for about 15 years, and we called it the old school mode of working. And, old school worked for a while, and then it didn't. So sadly, this triggered some significant events for me. One, I had a job change because of the passion I had. I went through a divorce. I had to purchase a home for my 3 daughters and I. I actually went through a bankruptcy, and I had a vehicle repoed. So I was walking to work for a while, which can be kind of a challenge when it's Minnesota. The weather is a little wonky at times. But at this point, I no longer felt passionate about anything. In fact, my confidence was gone. My trust in mankind was gone. My friends were gone. And I realized that the universe had just delivered a big fat message. Being a Tasmanian devil, spinning, causing upset, and my own self-deprecation is not the path the universe wanted me on. So fast forward 6 years, a fantastic opportunity presented itself. Dr. Crystal Vance was at a friend's home, and she was introducing everyone to Limu. What I noticed about Dr. Crystal was she was very passionate about the business. She talked through all the products and just had so much on a positive note to say about everything. It was so cool. But the thing that caught my eye was when I walked up to the house, there were several BMWs in the driveway. And I thought, for being small town Minnesota and we've got Beamers sitting in the driveway, something's going on here. This is cool. So listening to the presentation and watching the other people in the room that were with Limu at the time, they were all like-minded people making moolah and having fun and laughter and just having a good time. And I thought, okay, universe, this is what you are trying to show me. This is my message. This is my calling. So I was all in at that point, and I bought the big pack, and that's when my journey started with Limu. I have to tell you something that brings goosebumps to me every time I think about it, which is daily. I believe in our products and our business. I believe in the people that are helping us along the way. I believe we change lives, and I believe we all can achieve our own personal greatness if we're willing to step into it. So today, I have a team. It was a small team until last week, and things blew up, which was pretty awesome. We signed 6 new distributors in the last couple weeks, I should say. So that's pretty awesome. I just think the world of the team. They're understanding that, new age is going to offer big things for us. And if we're plugging in, if we're dedicating the time that we need to build a business and service our customers and our business partners, we can do big things. So gaining the best health and lifestyle, I believe, is what's bringing our team together as well. They're getting it. The products are fantastic. And most of all, the lasting and loving friendships we are making is truly a gift, and the universe handed it to each of us. So I just think that's pretty awesome.
I love that. I absolutely love it. And you guys are totally on fire in Minnesota, totally blowing it up. And I know, kudos to all of you, Anna, Faith, all of you girls, Jamie, a lot of you with those new brand partners that you've enrolled, they're all going to Destin, right? So I'm sure right now that's what you're probably most excited about, right? It's one thing to go to Destin yourself and be in the seats, but it's one thing to have a group full of people. And so with that, what are you most excited, and what advice would you give to the person who maybe hasn't gotten their ticket yet?
Yeah, so a couple of things around that. What I'm most excited about is the opportunity that we could share with others. I just, it's a heartfelt when I speak to people about what we can, not just from a business standpoint. Let's say we're talking to someone about product. So one of the questions someone has said to me, well, actually a lot of people say, how do you get talking to people? I don't know anyone. How can I find people? And so one thing that I've learned to do since being part of the accelerator program with Eric Worre and also Fraser Brooks program is to reach out every single day and make friends with 5 new people. So whether that be on social media, or it could be, maybe you don't know your neighbors, or go a few blocks over and meet neighbors or someone at the grocery store, wherever. Make 5 new friends every single day. Do that and start a conversation. And once the conversation gets going, you can always ask them, what do you do for a living, to get that conversation going. And then all of a sudden, they're going to say something to you that opens the door, like, gosh darn, my arthritis has been killing me. And then you can go, arthritis. So then you could say, we have some products that might help you. Why don't we sit down and talk about those when you're available? And and people are generally open to information. Another thing that I've done is, and maybe some of you guys have seen it, I see some familiar names here. My story on Facebook, every day I post something different in my story, and it's product related. And so that'll post up, and then you can see who's viewed your story. And I'll go in and start asking them. First, I say thank you for the view. And I do that in Messenger because what they viewed is sent with your message to them. So then they could see what you're talking about. And then I'll say, like, I had probiotic up the other day, and I'll say to them, are you on a probiotic today? Are you familiar with probiotic? And it has to be a question that's not a yes or no answer. It has to be a question where they have to, tell or explain a little bit about it. So I've had quite a few people interested. So we are connecting tomorrow and talking through that more. I've sent them the information on probiotic. Giving Greens is huge right now. People want to know more and more and more about it because of the rising cost of produce in the grocery stores and the 56 pounds of product in a little bitty bag versus 56 pounds of produce they're going to buy in the 30 days is just craziness. So, when you start doing apples to apples, it really isn't apples to apples. So people get it.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Yeah.
I have one last thing. I have definitely seen all of your stories, and I do love that you showcase a different product, because a lot of times as brand partners, we're passionate about stuff that we use and consume every day, but you don't know what the masses are looking for, right?
Yeah.
And so I love that you are incorporating that within your stories, because it's showcasing the different house of brands that we offer. But real quick, just because Andrea always asks this, what are your favorite product? Like, what's your product regimen that you take every single day, and what's your favorite product?
Yeah, so I had to write that down. So first thing when I get up, I do Giving Greens, probiotic, and Rejuvenex, because I'm slow out of the chute. So I need my giddy up. I also do Accelerate, Magna D, Omega, Vanali, Noni, and Limu Original throughout the day. So I make for sure all of that gets sucked up and in, so I could keep rocking and rolling. My favorite product, I'm going to tell you, is Elite. Yeah, just because I'm a passionate independent, that helps me not be so passionate. So it definitely is a lifesaver, I will say.
I absolutely love you. As you can see, she's just quirky and fun, and she just tells it straight up. So thank you so much, Faith, for sharing with us tonight. I absolutely adore you, and I'm so excited to see you and your new team in Destin and meet all of them. So
thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Faith. And guys, and that was a great job. And I love the passion. So it was beautiful. And maybe I need to drink a little bit more Elite. Maybe I'll be more mellow. I don't know. I drink one a day. Maybe I need to go up to 2. So good advice there. Greatly appreciate it and love that. And so now, guys, we're going to move just on the same screen. So we already have Ashley up here. So, I didn't, hold on. I got to share your pre-picture. So there's Ashley. We love Ashley, and wanted to hear a little bit from you tonight, if you wouldn't mind. And, I think a lot of times, so many of us see your weight loss story, right? Like that, you put it out there, you're so great at that. And we see that, but with that came an incredible business story. Like, you have created so much here, definite rock star. Like, I just think about the 4x4 challenge that we did coming out of Destin last year, and like absolutely killed it. I think you completed it 3 times. Is it 3, 4? 4 times? Okay, golly, 4 times. I mean, that's incredible. How many of us would have liked to put in 16 people in our business? Like, what would that do to your business if we all went and put that kind of dedication? So with that, I know you've created so much. So if you wouldn't mind just sharing with us how you're leveling up right now. Like, what ways are you leveling up? Could be your business, could be your health. Just you tell us what you want to tell us, if you don't mind.
Absolutely. So yeah, like Miss Andrea said, a lot of you know, 2 years ago, I lost over 40 pounds. You know, I think about the transformation throwdown and everything that we have going on, and leveling up isn't just like you lose the 42 pounds and it's just great moving forward, right? Like it takes work. A lot of you know that I went to Cancun and Cabo. Just so happened twice within 1 month. I haven't been there in 7 years, but it's like you're out of normal eating. And so the holidays were thrown in there, right? And so you constantly have to be focused on that and what you're consuming. And so since I've been back, really just refocusing on my daily habits, my food choices, right? And so leveling up is always just a consistent action in step one after another. Once you arrive there, you're never just fully there. It does obviously take the commitment and the daily consistency within yourself. And so really just from a health standpoint, it's getting back to that mindset of, am I eating what's on the food plan? Am I taking my drops 3 times a day? Because when you are traveling in the holidays, those are excuses, right? We all got them, but it's a little bit more challenging to stay consistent with it. And so I just want to encourage you all who are doing the transformation throwdown. It's not ever that you can't have cake again, but just don't do it until you get done with the throwdown, right? It's temporary. And you can't ever not watch Netflix again or be engulfed in a show, or, you know, it's just temporary while you're doing this cash promotion, or temporarily. And so it's really just leveling up in all aspects of your life. And when you look at your life as a whole, when you start leveling up your health and you start having those daily consistent healthy actions, the world just comes to you. I had the transformation, and it doesn't even necessarily have to be a weight loss transformation. You can have a lot more energy, you can have a lot less arthritis, right? Just because you didn't lose 40 pounds doesn't mean you're not leveling up your life, or doesn't mean you have a transformation. Because a lot of times people get that confused. And so it's creating that transformation with whatever product you prefer, what other product you consume, is sharing that simply with the world. Because once you start sharing that and you come with different posture, the world starts coming to you, not you going to them. So that's definitely something.
I didn't send you this question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. So you said something right there. You said if you share it with the world. And I think I cannot be the only human that is guilty of having a variety of different transformations, but no one would know because I'm not going to tell them, right? I'm not going to share it. So if you would share with us, because you do a phenomenal job, how you share everything that's going on, all the transformations, all the things that are changing in your life.
Yeah, absolutely. It kind of goes back to what Miss Faith said. Obviously, utilizing social media. You can not be a pro at social media and still use it and get results. You can still use it and get success. You know, if you're not familiar in Canva and you're not familiar with all the fancy things, go to Google and download an image or find a quote or something, right? Doing something, taking that consistent action. I try to share my transformation, an actual picture before and after, at least once a week, either in my actual feed or in my stories, just because you're showing it to people. And there's certain time frames around it, especially from a weight loss perspective, at the beginning of the year when resolutions are happening, right? During the summer, when summer starts coming, people are like, ooh, that bikini, right? And then you get into the holidays and it's like, ooh, I don't want to gain 10 pounds. What can I do to kind of, you know, keep the fluff off? And so, and if you don't have a weight loss story, share someone else's, but share something, right? You're not going to get results and you're not going to have success if you're not sharing and doing something. And I think that's really just from a big perspective, it's just doing that daily consistent action, sharing that positive, uplifting quote that resonates with you that day. It's going to touch someone's heart. You're going to impact someone that day. And that's really what we're here for, is to help and impact a person, right? Help them along the way. They're going to post something on a day you might need it. And so it's really just putting yourself out there, but being consistent within it. And you don't have to be creative, right? It's like I said, it's like, go find something on Google, go find someone else's before and afters, share Jane Rouse's before and afters, right? We have so many different success stories, but it's actually doing something so you can actually get the results, so people can see it.
Well, I love it. And I can't wait to hear more because I know that you are going to be one of our speakers in Destin. You're going to be sharing more about what you're doing. So I cannot wait for that. That is great. And I'll have one last question. If you wouldn't mind just telling us, what is Ashley Paulsen the most excited about right now?
I think we already covered it tonight. If you can't feel how excited I am about the cash promotion that we have going on in Destin. I want to challenge you all tonight. If you're not going to Destin, I don't want to raise your hands if you're not or if you are, but if you're not, I want you to sit there and ask yourself, why not? Right? We all have excuses. We all have reasons. We all have life, and all of them are equal. And so why do you not have your ticket yet? Your cash promotion. I want you to get in your back office tonight and look at what title you are. And what do you need to do to get your next rank? Is it fulfilling that cash promotion? Is it helping a team member? Can we get another team member to Destin, right? What are you doing within your business to launch you forward? I am so excited for Destin in this cash promo because I myself, just like Brent, like I've been in business with Brent for 7 years. He said, my mentor always told me to go after a promotion. Perfect. That's what Faith Ford does. She sees us doing it, right? And so it's creating that duplication, and that's what creates the excitement. If you don't have a team right now, go get you one. Just go get one. Actually, go get two so you can be at the mastermind, right? That's the exciting part. And it's using those promotions and using those events to build your business. These next 2 weeks, that's how you should be building your business. Reach out to your warm market, your hot market. Hey, I have this awesome promotion going on right now. I'm launching my business in 2022. Would you just be a brand new customer of mine to help me out and support me? Right? You don't have to go out and be a salesperson. Just simply maybe sometimes ask for support. And so it's taking full advantage of obviously that cash promotion. And then obviously Destin is, I'm so super excited about. If you didn't see that schedule, the white party, the trainers, the speakers, having corporate there, it's going to be phenomenal. So that's definitely what I'm most excited about right now.
Well, good. Well, I'm excited to hear from you. So thank you so much. I greatly appreciate your time and you being on here, and appreciate you. So thank you, Ashley. That was great. So guys, we're going to switch gears a little bit, and I have a very special guest that I had the privilege of seeing speak in, well, gosh, where were we? Utah, Salt Lake City. And dear heart, long time advocate for network marketing and what we have with this beautiful industry. And she has a pretty interesting career background. She did some television and modeling and spokesperson, all kinds of things. Even, I thought this was kind of fun to hear, she even created a dating site while she was studying to become a minister. So I thought that was a fun little combo. One day we'll have to sit down over, maybe a cup of coffee and hear more about that. That seems like a fun thing to do. But she actually has been involved in this beautiful industry. She joined John Wadsworth, which we're actually, I believe we're going to hear from maybe on, well, it might have been a different John Wadsworth. I think there's two, but Monday night on the New Age Live. But she actually joined him with Miranda back in 1996. So that's a pretty long history with this industry. She went along with him and joined and stayed with Noni 2016. And now she's excited to start her journey here, or continue her journey here with New Age. So Kitty Hilton, thank you so much for jumping on here with me tonight. Greatly appreciate you. Cannot wait to hear from you.
Well, thank you, Andrea. I'm just really happy to be here. Am I loud enough?
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear.
Okay, good. Well, I really have enjoyed everything. Thank you so much for inviting me. And I just really have enjoyed everything that I got to hear tonight. And I see a bunch of my Zenoa team on here as well. So that's really fun. Like I said to you, I just love that we are integrating, because I think you had said, you know what it feels like to kind of be a little bit on the outside, because we're new here. So we're just really happy to have you invite us and for us to get to share about the Zenoa products. And for me, anytime I can share about network marketing, I'm like super happy. I learned about network marketing long before it was called network marketing. I was in just out of high school and into a marketing academy. And the first night I was in class, the professor listed down the different kinds of business models. And he came to MLM. I never heard of that before. And he explained what it was. And I can tell you to this very day, and it was a lot of years ago, but I can tell you, I felt like I was tingling. It was like the way he explained it, I just went, that is for me. That's what I'm going to do. But it was when MLM was still kind of the wild, wild west. So it really wasn't all that professional yet. But I did dip my toe in a little bit and try it off and on through the other kind of career things that I had going on. And I just knew deep in my heart that one day that right opportunity would come. So I had about 5 years in network marketing, kind of off and on. Some of you will probably know the Bentleys, John and Lori Bentley and Julie, and they were, the family that I was connected to in network marketing. My husband had seen an ad in the paper, and so he got me going with them. And about 5 years into that came the most glorious golden opportunity, and that was with Miranda and John Wadsworth. So I spent 20 years there, had an absolute blast, met a lot of fabulous people that, you know how that goes. You just meet the best of people. And I'm not letting any of them go. So I'm still friends with everybody, no matter what. And even if they're not friends with me, because sometimes people are like, oh, you're not here anymore. Well, we're not friends. Well, I'm not like that. I'm friends with everybody till the end. And so I spent 20 years there. And then when John started Zenoa, I went to Zenoa with John and helped start that company. And we were there for just over 5 years. And then it would just so happened that we then partnered up with RX. And I remember we a few of us flew to Utah to kind of hear more about it and meet some of the RX people. And so who came to lunch to see us that day, and it was on Valentine's Day, was Rick Redford and Scott Schwindeman. I don't know how well known he is, but he was absolutely charming and adorable at our meeting. And Rick, I think everybody knows Rick. And Rick said, and I will never forget it, Rick said, oh, Kitty, you know what? You're really going to love everything at RX because their culture is like your culture at Zenoa. In my mind, I went, we'll see about that. Because, we just knew we had the best. It was the most glorious. And I still feel that way about it. But when we saw you guys on stage in Dallas, because we were on a live stream, I went, oh my gosh, they really are like us. So it just made it so exciting to kind of get to team up and to come over. And I have been very, very grateful. And when you say, what are you looking forward to? I'm looking forward to all of it, because when we first, learned about the RX plan and everything, I mean, I've been around for, some decades. So I was really excited about something different. I just thought, network marketing is getting a little bit stale. I mean, we could use a little zhuzhing up, And so I have been really excited about that. I will say it's a bit more challenging than what I thought, to learn everything all over again. But just really, really excited about that. And I think that's probably the number one thing, just getting to meet all kinds of new people and learn a new and different way of doing things. So one of the things you also asked me to do was to share some of the Zenoa products. And I know we're probably running a little bit short on time, but
we're great. We're great.
Okay.
Share.
All right. Well, I think that we only have 5 products at Zenoa. So it's not like it really takes a whole long time, but I will say I I'm still unsure of who it was. I don't know if it was Duke, but one of the young gentlemen did a presentation about go time on Wellness Wednesday some weeks back. So I think probably a lot of people got to hear about that and how nice it was for us to hear him say, it's my all-time favorite product. So I will say, check out Go Time. It's just a great, great product. I think everything that you see from Zenoa, you're going to look at the product ingredients and you're going to say that top notch, and you'll see what's in them and what's not in them. And I just think you'll be really, really impressed. And then also on a Wellness Wednesday, when we first came back from Utah that week, Christine asked me to do a presentation on beauty rest. And I think at that time, a lot of people tried beauty rest. And I hope that you're still loving it and benefiting from it. And then I would like to take, I have some notes here. I just want to go over because on product, I don't want to slight anything, but at the same time, I will make it quick. This past Saturday, I know that we got a really nice overview of Noni, and Noni is the everything for me and for most everybody in Zenoa. I mean, we followed John Wadsworth, the father of Noni, the father of superfoods. We followed him, and so that is a really important thing to us. That's number one to us. And I saw several questions yesterday in the webinar, just asking the difference between Noni Original or T&J and Nuka Hiva. So let me just take a second on that. Nuka Hiva follows the more ancient traditional process of blending. So it's a blend of not only Noni fruit puree, but also the fermented Noni nectar. So that enhances the product to some extent, a higher iridoid count. And if you're not familiar with iridoids, I describe it as plant medicine. I just think it's a really easy way to understand that. And also John's fresh pasteurization process that he created. So Nuka Hiva combines that deep ancestral knowledge and meeting the more modern day science. So you get a fresher, with the fresh pasteurization, you get a fresher taste maybe, but no matter which Noni you choose, your body is going to benefit. I just very, very grateful to know about Noni and to have that in my life, and for my family to have it. When my daughter started kindergarten, we hadn't yet come to Marinda, and she and I both, by Thanksgiving, by November, we were both so sick because kindergarten, there were a lot of cooties, a lot of things going on, and we hadn't been exposed to them before. So, we were catching up on all of those kinds of things. And when it was time for her to start first grade, I was like, I don't know if I can do this. And she's like, Mommy, just homeschool me. Well, when you have an only child later in life, homeschooling is probably not the best choice, right? So but he's like, no, you gotta go to school. So we learned about Noni in August. We started August 1996. We started at that time, and what a wonderful blessing it was, like I say. And I just want to share my husband's story while I'm talking about Noni. Because this is just one of those things that really does drive our business, and it drives our passion. My husband, John, served 2 tours of duty in Vietnam, and his assignment was to pilot the SEALs by boat to their missions, and then he would go back and retrieve them. And I want to say retrieve them, he'd go back and pick them up. It's not like rescue. And he had heavy exposure to Agent Orange, and so he has a lifetime of side effects from Agent Orange. And I just know there's got to be people on this call or people in your lives that have the same thing. I know when Deanna Latson and I had our first conversation, she told me about that being the same kind of situation with her dad and her using the Rejuvenex for him. And she sent some to my husband, which was just super nice. And the average age of death for those who served with my husband is 51 years of age. So there were many fathers, sons, husbands, brothers who were lost way too young. My husband is now 77 years old. And though he does have the health challenges that come along with it, he's still out there living his life. And we're just really very grateful to have him. And he's outlived that statistic by more than 25 years. And 25 years is how long we've been drinking Noni. So like I say, we're super grateful to John Wadsworth for the decision he made. And I thought he told his story so beautifully yesterday when he looked down into the valley and saw all of the Noni fruit and knew that he would really be able to heal the people of the world. So every decision that each one of us makes, and that decision that John made, whew, what a ripple effect that has had in my life. So no matter what your favorite product or whatever your brand is, just make a commitment to share it. And I think that would be one of the things that we could all just be reminded of this week as we're working on that kind of fun cash promo. If we don't, I have said this so many times, there isn't a week that goes by that I don't say this, but if we don't tell people, in our case, it's about Noni and Nukahiva. If we don't tell them, they're likely going to leave this planet never knowing that they could have thrived. So I just feel such a responsibility to tell, and we do feel especially that way with the veterans. We're both just very, very committed to helping the veterans. And then I'm just going to talk about 3 of the products because we've already mentioned the Beauty Rest and the Go Time. But these 3 products, the Nukahiva and the Core Care and the SRQ that I'm going to talk about, they are really what we call the 3 core products. And there's something really everyone should be using. So let me just see that I finish with, I want to make sure that I finished with Nukahiva. I think you got a really good education yesterday on Noni, and then John's next generation Noni, the Nukahiva. And you'll definitely, whichever one you choose, you're going to reap the rewards. Core Care was the very first product that John brought to us in Zenoa, because to make Nukahiva, that's about a 9-month process. So to start the company, he started with Core Care. And I have to tell you, and this is like probably ignorance on my own part, but I can't be the only one. I thought I knew a lot about health products. I mean, that had been my business for a really long time, but I really didn't know a lot about omegas. So when John told me that he was going to start the company with an omega blend, oh my goodness, oh dear. And he said, Kitty, it's going to be okay because we'll have Noni. And I'm like, okay. So if you have not tried it, I'm going to highly encourage you. It's called Core Care, and it is the most amazing full spectrum omega blend. And it's omegas 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 11. Now, has everybody heard of all of those omegas? I had not. And I was like, okay, here we go. So because it was our first product, that feeling of when it's the only one, you really do get to give it the test, and you really do get to see how it's going to work in your body. And we had the most phenomenal results from Core Care, from this omega that I couldn't imagine, was really going to be a product to launch with. But just really, if you want to get your body to the next level, then I'm going to say after the Nuka-Hiva, you be sure that you add in the core care, the omegas, that full spectrum omega. You know, omegas are essential to our health and to our bodies, but our body doesn't produce them. So we either have to get them from a supplement or we have to get them through food. And as we know, I mean, you just couldn't possibly eat enough food to really, to really meet that need that you would want with the core care. Now, I just want to mention also one of the ingredients. I'll tell you all of them, but I want to really mention this one ingredient. It's called sea buckthorn berry. And sea buckthorn berry is the omega-7. And the omega-7 is very, very difficult to get. So unfortunately, it's the omega-7 that's one of the hardest fatty acids for us to get in our diet. And Zenoa's sea buckthorn berries are fresh picked in the Himalayan highlands and are the richest source of omega-7. And there was a period of about 3 or 4 years when Core Care first came out that every book or magazine that you might pick up on health and beauty, it was all about the sea buckthorn berry. So I would really encourage you to check it out. And the other ingredients in Core Care are wild Arctic cod, noni fruit, chia seed, cranberry seed, and pomegranate seed. Each one of those represents, you know, one or more of the omegas. And then third, to round out the, what is actually called the health pack, what the third one is called SRQ. Now, we've all said that we're not going to let John name any more of the products because to his science brain, it all makes sense, but maybe on the market, it doesn't. So SRQ is Salacia, reticulata, and quercetin. You wouldn't know that probably if you just see SRQ, but SRQ is an absolutely incredible product. And you may have heard my friend and my partner, April Linkram, mention it before because she was on the Wellness Wednesday with Christine, and she did talk about this. And April is really an expert on the products. And she came and talked about the SRQ. It is really, again, it's one of those really phenomenal products. Again, I'm going to ask you, look at what's in the products and look at what's not in the products. And you will also be very impressed. So what SRQ does is it enhances the health of the mitochondria. So right to the very cellular level, it really enhances the health of our mitochondria. And the mitochondria is the very powerhouse of the cell. And oh gosh, there was one more thing I wanted to tell you about that before I go on. And oh, I know what it was. SRQ is Salacia reticulata. I don't know if this is the case now, but I believe it is. But when this product came to market, there was no other Salacia reticulata in this country. This is the only product on the market. Something may have changed since, but I don't think that it has. I haven't heard that there is a change. So the only place you can get Salacia reticulata in the US is with SRQ. And SRQ, when it was first coming to market, there was some discussion about it being a weight loss product. And then it was decided that rather than market it as a weight loss product, because it is so much more than that, but because it balances blood sugar and it helps the body function in a healthy way, then I think that the decision was made to just really give it all that it was worth. I had a friend tell me, I see some of my friends on here, you know, Jose Miguel. Jose Miguel said to me one time when we met up, he said, "Oh, Kitty, I can't take the SRQ anymore. My heart was broken." It's like, that's an absolutely incredible product. What is he talking about? what is wrong with him? And I said, why is that? And he said, I lost so much weight. I had to stop because, I was working out and I was doing all kinds of things. And he said, I just had to cut back on it. I went, oh, okay, scared me. Okay, I get it. Okay, let me just see the key benefits in SRQ. It targets sugars and bad carbs, which we mentioned, promotes increased energy, definitely, supports healthy aging, packed with antioxidants, supports healthy inflammatory response. I know we've got a lot of people in here that understand that. And encourages healthy blood sugar levels, which we, in some of the study of SRQ, you'll see sometimes diabetes type 3. And this is one of those things that targets that because it helps balance the blood sugar levels. It supports healthy cognition. I know a lot of this. Supports liver health. And we have some testimonies about liver health. I saw one of my friends on here that has an incredible, she had liver disease starting at 18 months, and she's now in her 70s. And she was told that she would be dead before now. And she swears by John Wadsworth's products, his health pack, which is what we're talking about right now. It's the Nukahiva, the Core Care, and the SRQ, those 3 core products. And also then supports healthy immune system. So the Salacia reticulata bark, I'm just going to run down what the ingredients are in this particular product. And that Salacia reticulata, I'm going to guess that a lot of people have not heard of that. I certainly had not at the time. It's been in our line now for, I guess, close to 5 years. Used for centuries through India and China. Extracts from this plant have been shown to normalize blood sugar and insulin levels and help inhibit body fat. All good things there, right? The quercetin, the powerful antioxidant that's found in plants. Quercetin helps reduce oxidative stress from free radicals, also shown to have a positive effect for maintaining a healthy weight. Here we go again. Alpha lipoic acid, and I know alpha lipoic acid is very good for balancing sugar levels. Cinnamon bark, also good for balancing sugar levels. L-arginine, L-carnitine, and L-glutamine, those amino acids that good for energy and endurance and recovery. The fenugreek seed, coenzyme Q10, bitter melon, and resveratrol. And I've already mentioned the other 2 of the Zenoa products, the Beauty Rest and the Go Time. So if you haven't tried them, I highly encourage it. And let's see, there was one more thing. I know I went really fast, but there was one more thing that I wanted to, I know what it was that I wanted to include. I made the note here. One of our, I guess we've been in I can't really say business together because he steers away from the business part. But my friend, Stan Cottrell, he's 78 years old. On the day he turned 78, which was May 7th, he started a run across the US. It is not his first one. He holds a Guinness record for a few of them. And just a really outstanding human being. And I'm so grateful to know him and for him to have been my friend for all these years. And he uses all of his Zenoa products, but the ones he really is so crazy about, Nukahiva, he would never not use Nukahiva, and also Go Time. He really loves Go Time. And you can imagine being a long distance runner, ultra distance runner. During this last run, like I say, 78 years old, he kicked it off 30 miles a day for 100 consecutive days. So not just 100 days, consecutive days. Now I know him, so when I heard he was going to run 30 miles a day, I'm like, that's nothing for Stan. But when you think 100 consecutive days, and he was He started in LA. We saw him off there. And then he ran all the way to Washington, D.C. over those 100 days. And so he went through very high temperatures and he went through snow. So it was really all over the place. And this darling man survived it all. And let me just see. Yeah, you know what? I also really want to say, I don't want anybody to think that, we just use our products. We don't use anybody else's. That isn't true. There are a lot of the RX products that we do use. I should say, I guess, new age products that we use. And so the probiotic for me, the Vinali, the Slenderize, I love the Slenderize, even if I'm not trying to lose weight. Not like I don't need to, but like if I'm not really pursuing that, I still like it because I really like the effect that it has on the hormones. So, Andrea, I think that's it, unless you have any questions or anything.
That was phenomenal. I'm over here taking notes, and I know that I'm not the only one shopping. So everybody's adding things to their cart. So thank you. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for all of your information. Thank you for sharing your enthusiasm and your experience with all of us. And I'm just so grateful for you jumping on here with us tonight.
Absolutely my privilege and my pleasure. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Well, thank you, Kitty. And guys, thank you all for jumping on here with us tonight. We all learned so much. We're going to be so dang healthy. Every time I hear about all these products, I'm like, we're all going to be like 172 when we finally decide to get our reward, because we're going to be so healthy that we're just going to have all this time here and all these things to create and all these people to help. So love each and every one of you. So grateful for everybody joining me tonight. And I cannot wait to see you all week on the Coach's Corner, 9 a.m. Central Time, and then back again next Sunday. So thank you guys. You have a beautiful week, and I'll see you soon.
Thank you, Andrea.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Andrea.
Thank you, Andrea.
Thank you for
Take
sharing.
care.
Yes,
Bye.
please.
Thank you. Have a great